Head snap, high crotch, reshot, heavy on the hand, pass it by, don't stop.
I'm here with the man who beat the unbeatable Alexander the Russian Bear Karelin, the Rulon Gardner. Thank you for joining us, Rulon.
Thank you for allowing me to come here and be part of this great institution, my little friend.
Rulon, obviously, you had to overcome lots of obstacles to beat the guy who was undefeated in 13 years in his international competition, Alexander the Russian Bear Karelin. But what made you believe that you could beat him?
You know, at the end of the day, I don't know if I really believed I could really beat him. I knew I had an opportunity to compete against him. I didn't know, and the coaches didn't know how we would really beat a guy who hadn't been scored on in 10 years, who hadn't been beat since, you know, he started wrestling, international wrestling. So for us, we didn't know how to beat him, but we had a plan and we had a goal, and that was to push him, to break him, to, you know, get in his face, to let him know that I'm not going to back down. If we could do that, hopefully an opportunity present itself, and that opportunity would, you know, win me the match, and that's what happened. And I didn't know personally if I thought I could beat him, but there was nothing I wasn't willing to try, and that's what we did, and that's how we won the match. We just didn't give up on ourselves, and, you know, I wanted to bring back the gold medal to America to represent, you know, that dreams come true in this great country and this, you know, this great institution of wrestling.
Rulon, speaking of, you mentioned just never stopping pushing and never backing down. Speaking of that, you wrote an autobiography called Never Stop Pushing. Can you tell us some about that, and what inspired you to turn your story into a book?
Well, my story, I think, is kind of like a lot of people's. You know, after they read the book, they said, man, that story was kind of like my experience of growing up or having adversity. You know, I had a learning disability, had all these obstacles, and people were like, oh, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough. But you know what? Anything's possible in America, and that's what Greco-Roman meant to me, was the opportunity to finally achieve my goals and master my skills and be able to represent that to the rest of the world and say to the rest of the world, if I did it, you can do it. Be like me, overcome, you know, adversities. You know, I graduated from college, I became a teacher, I accomplished that goal, and then I went back and accomplished more goals. Wrestling teaches you to accomplish your goals.
Rulon, you became a household name known to not only wrestlers, but everyone, even if they don't wrestle.
Yep.
With the 2016 Rio Olympics coming up, who do you think could become the household name?
Well, I think definitely in the wrestling world, Jordan Burroughs is already a name. You have, you know Schneider, you know, college world champion, right out of high school. There's so many guys that have the potential to not just get on the podium, but win gold medals for America. I think Jordan Burroughs is the one that really people will be looking to lead the way, and I think with his skills and his ability to be a leader, I think we may bring back a lot of gold medals for Team USA.
Thank you, Rulon. It's been great to have you on my show.
Thank you
Thanks
very much, and it's been a pleasure. Go Team USA.
Thank you, Rulon. I'm Gunnar Gillett, telling you to snap that head and throw on some headgear.
Thank you, Wrestleology!
We call that wrestler swag. To us, that's wrestler swag. So I need all the people with wrestler swag. Step up on the mat. Get down to this one.